Hello folks, today I want to show you a mistake between the mathematic discoveries of Michael Roden and the geometry of the Roden coil. And I want to start with a base of Michael Roden's discovery is called the Cantor fractal, and this Cantor fractal describes the natural growing in the in the whole nature. And you see the steps a basic grow does from 1 point to 2 points to 4 points to 8 points and so on. And what Roden does in his discovery, he goes he went the steps of the Cantor fractal in numbers, and in the same time he creates a summary of this numbers. And you see there is coming out a very clear principle of that Cantor fractal. You see two polarities here in the middle, the number 6 and 3. You get a fixing point in the growing. You have a fixing point in growing, and on the left side you see numbers, 6 numbers, which are connected to the two polarities in the middle. And yes, well, this is his graphic. Yeah, you see the 9 in the middle. You see the two polarities, 3 and 6, and between these polarities moves the energy around. Okay, and well, and so he created with his friend this pattern, this geometry of winding. But when you watch to this geometry, you find a mistake. You get a question: what's about the point in the middle? There's a hole in the middle, but there's not a point. No wire is moving around a point in the middle. And this was my question. And I analyzed the mathematic and the basic structure, the basic geometry behind this discovery of Roden, and I discovered a basic fractal geometry of his discovery. Okay, and here it is. The structure of this discovery of Michael Roden's discovery is a tetrahedra, is a trinity, a structure. And you see here this configuration, these both figures describe the 6 numbers, and when you lay it together, you get this structure, and in the middle there is the 9, and on the top there is the 6, and on the bottom there is the 3. Okay, when you watch to that discovery, 6 points, 2 polarities, 1 fixing point. You cannot build a structure which is looking like this coil. You cannot do this. You must build a structure which is watching like this. It's a tetrahedra. It must be a tetrahedra structure. Okay? And the energy moves into the middle and moves out. And it's a pulsing system. Okay. Alright? And I went forward with this principle, and I took this graphic for a winding base, and when you see the Cantor fracture, and you know that in every dimension, in every line, in every 3D dimension, there must be the same structure for, or the same principle for growing up. And when you watch to the Cantor fracture, you see this is a trinity fracture. It can't, nothing else. Okay, and what's the consequence? What's the consequence, and what's the consequence for better coil? You get this David star configuration, or tetrahedral form, and you build up a fractal structure. In 3D, it is the Pinsky fracture. Okay, and you double this. Well, and so you get a fractal structure in lines. And when you take Marco Roden's discovery how the energy moves, then you get two trinities, two triangles with a fractal structure in the inside. Okay, and what you do now is you take the 6 numbers and go the lines. Okay, blue is the big line, green is a smaller line, it's this triangle, and red is red is this triangle. And so you have a winding system of 3 dimensions. You call in fractal geometry or in fractal mathematics you say dimension. Okay, well, and so you move right this way. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you go back to the start. Okay, this is a line system of winding a better fractal coil. But you can build circles with that geometry, and you can go the steps again, the same steps, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,